Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to apply textures to a 3D object in AngularJS with the help of ThreeJS. So let's get started. So firstly I have created an AngularJS project, and inside our dependencies package.json I have added this 3JS dependency which is only called 3. I have also added types for it as well. Once you install these two dependencies, all I have done is that firstly I went to my assets, and here I have added few textures. Now you can download textures from online, like just search for textures and you will be finding lot of textures. You don't have to create separate folder for this. Just because I have too many textures, I have created separate folder for this. Even an image, normal image is fine as well. So next, what I have done inside our app component.html, I have removed all the code, and firstly inside styles.css I have made sure the margin and padding is 0, and box sizing is border box, and HTML and body overflow I have kept it as hidden. Then inside the HTML I have taken one canvas element. I have added this tag to it so that we can find it on the TypeScript side, and I have added one styles to that canvas tag as well, so the position is fixed, left and top are 0. Then inside app component.ts, firstly you can copy paste all these imports if you want to. The first thing what we are doing is that we are finding our our canvas. So I'm doing @viewChild. The reason why I'm doing something like this is because I'm using server side rendering, so I want to disable it first, and for that I have to use this after next render. And firstly we are passing finding our canvas, then I have created one variable for this as well, and then with the help of that we are getting our canvas. Next, as you can see, this particular canvas had this annotation at the @viewChild. Okay, and next we are deciding the size, so I'm occupying the entire width and height. Then I have created one loading manager. Now this loading manager will help us to track whether our texture has loaded or not, because if you have an extremely big image, the texture will take some time to load. That it will take some time to load. That's why we are if you want, you can use this loading manager. If you don't want, you can remove it as well. Then we are making use of our texture loader. Now to load a particular image, I'm just referring to our assets folder. Inside door folder I have this color.jpg. I'm just taking that particular texture. Then I'm creating a scene. I'm creating a box geometry. Previously we were applying, like if you have watched my last video of 3JS with Angular, you must have saw that I was hard coding this color, but here I'm passing over texture, and for that I have to use this map. Then I'm creating a mesh. I'm adding that mesh to our scene. Then we are creating our camera, setting our some position to it, adding camera to our scene, and then we are looking at from the camera at mesh.position. Then we are creating orbit controls. The enable damping is true. Then I have created a WebGL renderer. I have set the size, so width as well as height, and pixel ratio as well. Then I have also added this resize event listener, so that every time you resize your window, so suppose if I'm resizing my window, I will quickly do refresh. If I'm resizing my window, my canvas should also resize. So for that I'm setting the width and height to whatever is the window width and height. Then I'm adjusting the camera aspect, doing update projection matrix, and again setting the renderer set size as well as the pixel ratio. And for double click as well I have handled it. So suppose if I double click on it, it goes into full screen mode, and if I double click again, it exits the full screen mode. So for that, this is the logic. And if you want to render like I don't think, I mean, this is basically for so suppose if I comment this, I think that's the better way to show it to you. So here you can see I'm not able to see this because I am calling renderer.render over here. But if I copy this, paste it over here, okay, I'm not sure why this is not working. If I remove this and here you can see I am able to apply the orbit controls to this as well, but I'm not really sure why I was not able to do this. Okay, renderer dot render, I'm passing my scene, I'm passing our camera as well. Okay, maybe I will paste it at the very bottom. Let's see. If I do this, if I refresh, okay, I'm not able to see it. What if I just paste it over here as well? I'm not really sure why it's not working, but yeah, but this is called like 60 frames per second, and I had this orbit controls, I guess. I'm using this orbit controls, and here I'm passing this, but so let's see where exactly I'm using this controls. I'm not really using this controls. Okay, I'm passing this inside our camera as well as canvas. Okay, now if I do this, will it work? I'm not really sure, sorry about this, why this is not working. If I do something like this, I mean, using this tick method over here doesn't really make sense to me. Like, why should we render it again and again 60 frames per second? But let me quickly check and get back to you on this. Okay, so I know what the issue was. The issue was basically because we are using textures, and it does take some time for your texture to load. That's why it wasn't working. So suppose if I remove this tick method, and if I just do renderer dot render, and I have removed that texture as well, I'm just using a color. So here you can see our cube has been rendered, but you won't be able to apply orbit controls. For that, you again have to use this particular tick so that our renderer is updated. I'll just use this, I'll remove this, and if I do this, here you can see I'm able to move our cube by orbit controls. So yeah, that was the main issue. Now if I want, I can just comment this out, and now it will again start working. So yeah, now if I want to apply some other textures, you can just use one texture loader to apply multiple textures. So here you can see I will just apply the alpha texture now, and if I just refresh, here you can see this is our alpha texture. So yeah, now you can just play around with it. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.